East Podcast, WATP.
A lot has happened since our last episode. It's only 3 days ago.
I know.
It's only 3 days ago we talked about Centering John. But then
Holy shit.
He does a show on Wednesday, a political show. He's not getting any super chats. He seems angry. He's like, this is probably my last show ever.
Yes.
So then he puts out this goodbye episode Thursday morning and kind of nukes his channel, takes all his videos down, takes his Patreon down, nukes everything, puts out the tweet, should I stay or should I go? Everyone says just go. Yeah. Take your ball and your shine box.
I gotta get your fucking shine.
Yeah, meanwhile, they're predicting the over-under on when he's coming back.
Yeah.
And people are saying Christmas. Nope, he's already back.
So he comes back. He had a travel day. That's all it was. He was in Florida. He flew back to New York where his mom lives on Thursday. And then immediately on Friday afternoon, he's back up in podcasting again. And the crazy part about this is the fact that he thought he was going to scare mostly myself and Shuli. That we were both going to be like, no, the golden goose. If only I had a few more of those eggs, damn it. Which was not the case, which I'll show you in a second. But John's very proud of himself. And this is him asking if Shuli was crying about it.
Did the shit where you have a heart attack? Because I was gone. He was freaking out. Oh no, where's my money gonna come from? What am I gonna do? Is John leaving? Is my daddy leaving? What am I gonna do? No stuttering John. What am I gonna do now? I don't have any content.
Oh, let's see what Shuli did on that Thursday when John said he was going away. He did an Uncle Rico show, invited me on, and this is basically what we had to say about that.
This Dabblerverse is not friendly. And one of the reasons it's not, because of this guy. WATP, Carly Boy! Come on.
What is happening, fellas? Big day today. Congratulations. Wow. I mean, should I start reading off the people I want to thank right now, or save it to the end?
Is it me, or do we all feel like we liberated the internet today, like the troops liberated France?
First off, does this sound like people are going, Shuli, what are we going to do now? How are we going to survive through this?
Jen, we're selling the houses.
We can get by with a one-bedroom apartment, right? We don't need a second bedroom.
We'll find out.
Nah, geez.
Now,
Amazing.
I have to say, I know you guys are talking this morning about when is he going to be back. The timing is suspicious, right?
The trip to the East Coast, and somebody, maybe Bob or Mike, said his mom may have told him you can't do shows while you're here because she doesn't want him. She just wants him to enjoy something, maybe. You know?
Impossible. Nah.
So that's a thing. Nah, you know,
Mike's an idiot.
Mike's an idiot. No, but that is a pretty look. When he left, when he taught us a lesson last time, it's because he had a strike for a week, right?
Right, and the time before that, he was working full time. He took on the long-term substitute teaching gig. Right. So there's always a reason that he leaves, and it's not because he's made the decision to take his ball and go home, which, by the way, is the most childish bitch move possible.
Yeah.
I mean, other than just yelling and screaming when somebody's trying to make a point to show that you're a liar, and just yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming. It's unbelievable.
He just challenged me to a boxing match. Is this even going to happen now? No, I'm not even sure. Damn it.
Challenge ever.
All right, so I wanted to play that because it sets up how ridiculous John's victory lap of a return is. He had this fantasy in his head that we were all going to freak out, and Dabbler's nods would be like, come back, what's happened? Oh no, how do we get by?
Well, a video you showed where he's screaming like, what am I going to do? Where's my money coming from? Is daddy gone? I'm like, these are just questions John asks himself daily, probably.
Yes.
It's his internal dialogue,
Exactly.
a monologue just going off. Why are you an idiot that can't keep a job?
And why would you start thinking that after one day? It's like, well, we got plenty of content. We can make it at least through the end of the month, maybe, early February. Then we're going to have to start planning for sweeps and maybe reformat and retool and go back to chat. There's lots of stuff to talk about.
I'm not sweating it until like a month before DabbleCon 2. Then I'm like, okay, now we got to figure this out. Speaking of DabbleCon, Missy B is joining the
Hey.
show as well.
Oh, what's that?
She doesn't know it,
Wasn't
but
ready.
she's also on the show. What's up, Missy B?
Hi. Good to see everybody.
Very much more Christmassy upstairs.
Yeah.
All right, so this is John's fantasy. This is the projection. This is what John was hoping would happen.
And I can just imagine, like him going, oh no, him and lady came on. Oh no, John's gone. Oh Jesus, what are we gonna do? What are you gonna do?
So this is the teenage girl who's like, well, if I run away, then they're gonna miss me. I bet mom and dad are thinking right now, we should have been so mean to her because now she's gone. We wish we had her back. That's what John's doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Every face he makes is a Renaissance painting.
It's abstract art.
Yes, his cheeks are very softig.
His eyes are crossing. His face is falling off.
Is that a face? Let me look at it from this angle. Yeah,
Is there
I
a
see it.
down there?
They got the same people that made the puppets and Gremlins.
Yes.
All right. So maybe that actually, if John wants to get back into show business, Gremlins 3.
The new batch. A new batch.
Well played.
Saving his batch. Okay. So this is John's big victory when he comes back on the show. He's all excited and proud of himself.
Look who's back. Look who's back. The goat is back. The goat is back. You didn't really think I was going to leave, did you?
No.
If you did, you're a moron. A moron.
Let's go to the phones.
I suggest you just take the phone off the hook.
Again.
So he starts the show. He starts getting calls to the house. No, this is fantastic because we get to see the dynamic between John and his mom. And I know I've been reading some of the chatter in the Dabbleverse. Now that John's reacting to everything that we say and we're reacting back, it's starting to get a little bit weird and monotonous. I'm not as focused anymore on John's performative stuff that he's doing where he's acting out and he's going to box everyone. It's like, this is all bullshit. He's doing this for a reason. What I'm fascinated by is this shit, where you see the interaction between John and his mom. He's getting these phone calls. He's yelling at his mom. This gets hilarious.
We always wanted John IRL, and this is
Right.
about as close as we're going to get.
This is the reality show that we all want to watch. I also love that he goes, What are you morons? You guys thought I was actually leaving? No,
Mom,
none
take
of
the
us.
phone out, please.
We didn't have a chance to think about it. You came back so fast.
No one thought he was leaving, but more importantly, no one cared. He's coming back like it's like this great moment that a sports star or a rock band is coming out of retirement. No one
Oh my
cared.
God, Roger Clemens is in the box.
In the box. I can't believe it.
I
George
can't believe it's
Steiber in his box.
The stuttering
Roger
John.
Clemens.
Stuttering John has turned on his webcam. Oh my God. Yeah, it's just that's what he thinks is happening right now. Where all of the Dabbleverse is like, holy shit, I can't believe he's back.
Yeah.
Triumphant return.
He would be up at the top of the stairs like this.
The top of the steps, he would be like the first landing, just fully flat on his
Standing
stomach.
up. He
Vomit
stand
strewn
up.
all over everywhere.
You ain't gonna retire, Stuttering John. I'm not gonna let you. I'm the #1 contender for podcast.
Now,
He was gonna leave. Bullshit.
all of us were predicting when he was going to come back.
Right.
And nobody had it past mid-January. I thought he was taking a Christmas vacation. I'm like, he probably just wants a vacation. He'll be back after the 1st. But he couldn't even do that because he's too poor. He
Mom's
needs to get
making
the super
pies in the
chats.
kitchen.
Yeah, Mom, you're in the way. Yeah, I know, but when we're cooking dinner,
Yeah, it's my fucking
Christmas
house,
Day. All right, so
Also, why does he pick the most echoiest fucking room, like the kitchen? Like, go in where there's fucking a rug.
right,
His
yeah.
mom probably relegated him to the kitchen. Stay out of the living room.
This
And when
room's
he's
easy
sitting
to
on the
clean.
plastic furniture.
Yeah. The plastic crinkles on the couch when I try to podcast.
He's so sticky, he sticks to it.
He should be in
Can't
the
do it in my
tub.
bedroom because it's too piled with stuff.
He should be in the tub
All my
with those
dirty clothes
exploding
are on the bed.
hemorrhoids.
Oh,
Did
God.
the cat get a mouse in here? What the fuck happened?
I thought you were gearing up for a joke there.
We don't use the
boy.
S word on YouTube, Missy.
Oh, something else.
Unaliving jokes. All right, so this is
No, with Stuttering Johnny would be a bruicide.
it's happening right before our very eyes. Oh, it's 3:49 in the afternoon. I haven't had a beer yet, but you think I'm an alcoholic? Literally what he said. 3:49.
And tequila doesn't count as beer, by the way.
Tequila's not. It's like beer. Now, if I had 3 tequilas over 4 hours,
Do the math.
That's him teaching math at the school.
all right.
And you can your body processes one drink.
A train
for 2
leaves
hours.
Chicago, and it's the bar opens at 2 on the train. How many beers will I drink at Denver?
The podcast starts at 4 o'clock on the Eastern Coast. What time does it start on the West Coast?
I called the student and told his mother he's a great drinker.
Missy, I like your question because he'd be like, no, I'm asking you guys. What time would it be on the West Coast? I got to get a guest
Get out
on.
of here! I got an appointment.
All right. So this is epic right here because this is big. John's big triumphant return. Right off the beginning, the phone starts ringing because people have John's mom's phone number. And so John's now telling his mom how to manage this.
Mom, they're going to call every second. You got to just take it off. It's not Joyce. Tell Joyce to call your cell phone. Just take it off the hook, please.
Yeah.
Because else it's going to ring every second because these guys got no lives. Please, because else it's going to keep ringing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mommy dear. Thank you, Mommy.
You're welcome.
She say you're an alcoholic.
She sounds almost as drunk as he does. They're like, yeah, you're doing your stupid fucking podcast.
Rupert, you have to go to work. Rupert, you're going to miss the bus.
Fucking house every fucking 5 minutes.
Ma, I got to do this now.
Well, it's so funny because
I gotta get these super chats so I can get your Christmas present ordered.
she thinks she's going to get a phone call from one of her friends, like Joyce or something like that. So he's like, tell Joyce to call you on your cell phone and unplug the phones. This gets funnier and funnier the more it goes on. So in this next clip, he's talking about Kevin Brennan called into Patrick Melton's show. Now, let me remind everyone, John doesn't know who Patrick Melton is. He has no idea that he has a show. He wouldn't know where to find it. But when Kevin calls in and bashes Shuley, all of a sudden John knows all about it. And, he never has anything to say about Patrick Melton trashing his kids.
John never did a song about him.
Yeah,
correct?
right. And now he knows all about it.
I got to hand it to Kevin Brennan. I know Kevin and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Yeah, he thinks you're a moron.
He called it the Fatty Patty show. And, and he just said, the shitway has never done anything on his own. I told you to take it off the hook.
It might be Joyce.
Oh, my God.
No, you didn't. So just go like that and just leave it like that.
Okay.
Rip it out the wall.
So now he's
Who
answered
cares?
the phone.
And then you get the show
right there over your
from your phone, dickhead.
Probably Joyce.
Freaking harassing a something-year-old
Why
woman.
is Johnny
Cowards.
cursing at
Those are the
me?
cowards.
Okay. Chuck can never frame himself correctly either. He's always has no headroom in his shots. Now, you'll notice that John just said the word now, those are the real cowards. What happened, and we documented this on WATP, but I didn't get to follow it up yet because it just happened, where they had Shuley and Zen and Mike Morris were all trying to get on his show, and John's going, I don't see them in StreamYard. I can't pull them up. So they proved they were on there. So then John had to come out and say, oh, I'm just bad at technology. I didn't know. He had to scroll down to find the videos. So he had this whole thing. He was explaining why he's not a coward. And his chat was just slamming him. Coward, coward, coward. And that really bothers John because he wants to box all of us. He's not a coward. He's not afraid of anything. So now you could tell that's what's on his mind when he's using those words. That's the coward. The people calling my house. My mom, 86-year-old woman. That's the coward.
Oh,
No, John, that's not a cowardly thing to do. I mean, it's a dick move, maybe, but not when you pull it off like this, because you just saw John answered that phone and just goes, oh, I'll show you. He just answered it. Well, when the person hangs up on the other end, the phone starts chirping. I know that this is old technology.
Yeah.
But you can't just leave a phone like that.
Well, these are also they're wireless cordless phones. Like,
You hear
I
that?
don't have a phone in my house.
No one has a phone in their house.
Is this like a
Cordless
rotary?
Recorded phone.
Yeah, well, as opposed to, so he wants you to take it off the hook, but that only works with the phones where it's corded and it's when you unplug it, it's on. With these wireless phones, they turn themselves off after a while, and that's why the phone keeps ringing. The only way to stop this is to go unplug every single one.
No, you can actually turn the ringer off.
You could do that too.
And you can turn the ringer off.
Oh, so it doesn't make any noise.
Yeah, it could be
Ma,
ringing.
crank the handle on the side and tell Sarah not to forward any calls to us.
Well, so John never does figure out how to get past this. You're going to see. He yells at his mom. He's got a bunch of instructions for her.
Himself.
But someone actually had a really good solution to this. They go, John, use your cell phone to call your own phone number and then just leave it there. He's like, oh, yeah, I guess I could have done that.
Watson, come quick. I need a cause. Doing Alexander Graham Bell jokes here, people.
Why are they offering solutions? I could watch this all day.
I know. This is great.
This is amazing.
Careful, John. Don't fall.
There we go.
I answered the toaster oven.
Goodbye.
They take the batteries out.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah. Oh,
He's proud of himself.
No.
He looks like
Every screen
Crazy
cap
Eddie.
is perfect.
We've
So
been
he doesn't
outsmarted
realize
again.
The base station is what the phone is actually connected to, and that's what rings. So of course it's gonna fucking ring again. Moron.
You can't invent this character.
Took the batteries out. How are they still doing this? I don't understand.
All right.
I'm the de-energizer.
This is
That buddy ain't got shit on me.
this is where John has a little self-awareness and realizes that this is King of Comedy.
Look, there is not a chance, there's not a chance in hell. Mom, are you going to keep coming in now? Or are you going to just go?
Oh, Johnny, I don't like it when you use the word hell.
I know, I'm not, but you just,
I didn't know you could see me over there.
yes, I can. It distracts, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Make me a hot pocket.
I feel like De Niro in The King of Comedy. Yep. Mom, stop bothering me.
Yeah, it's
I'm
see?
doing a
He
show here.
Exactly. He's funnier than you.
Don't worry.
I'll take the batteries out of this one.
Oh my God, it's still ringing. This is hilarious.
I just wanted to go grab a hammer.
And now it's ringing from upstairs. You got to unplug that one, Ma.
Oh my God.
God.
You hear the other phone ringing?
Just do me a favor. Go upstairs and just take it off the hook and close the door.
Call AT&T
Wherever there's
and
a phone,
cancel our
unplug
service.
it. I should have thought these losers are going to do that.
Yeah, you should have.
You think you would have came up with a
you
solution
really
last
should have.
Christmas?
It's like Better Call Saul, Chuck. He's going to look for that ring and tear the entire his mom's place apart. Jesus Christ. Although it must be nice to go back, visit mom, and have a mug that has a handle on it.
Yeah, finally.
It's a deep pull, but you know.
I like that. I think it was Mike Morse, we were playing the clip earlier, who thought maybe his mom said, don't podcast from the house. It's not good. We're just trying to get together with family and enjoy the holiday. She should have, because this is ridiculous. Yeah. He's got her running around. Go upstairs, unplug that one, close the door, then you got to find the other phone.
I like how paranoid he's getting about noises.
Yeah.
The microwave is trolling me.
Poor lady fell down the stairs. She's making go up and down.
She's probably one of the people calling. She's got her cell phone there in her pocket, and she's just hitting the call button to annoy him even further.
My mom's life alert is trolling me.
Yeah, you press the button, it makes static.
There is a theory.
Don't come too close to the equipment.
There's a theory John's mom is in on this and will show up on Uncle Rico or WATP one of these days.
That's hilarious.
That'd be amazing. All right.
How she trolled him, and it's fucking great.
Shuli's giving her directions.
Yeah, Shuli's talking to her.
Go in the kitchen again. Slam the cabinet.
Turn the phone back on.
Yeah, turn the phone on.
Expecting a call from Joyce.
Oh my
All
God.
right, put a
Just
battery
put a cup
back
of
into the
water in
phone.
the microwave and set it for 6 minutes.
All right, well, this continues on. Good.
Vodka.
Funny. So desperate. So fucking pathetically desperate. They gotta fucking bother the goat.
Do you hear?
Mom, you gotta unplug all the phones. Mom.
Ma, you got to
Just
unplug
unplug
the
them.
phone.
Okay. It's gonna keep ringing.
Go
I know
out,
Mama's not gonna be able
climb
to
up
figure
the
out how to
linesman
unplug
line and cut the whole line. Grab your spiked shoes and the belt thing.
All right.
But don't cut the internet one. I need that.
So after he says, she's not going to figure this out. She's bad with technology just like me. And he's still yelling at her to unplug the phones.
Great.
But I'm sure they're gonna keep calling. Yep, there it goes. Oh my God. Ma, you gotta unplug all the phones.
You should just take a call at this point. Like, what is
Yeah,
the
right.
point of the show
Phones does
otherwise?
she
Yeah, just
have?
put it on speaker.
Yeah. How many fucking phones? It's like the United Nations. That's Putin on line 5. We need to take this.
Okay. So the problem is John's trying to have this big return to podcasting. He's the GOAT. He got over on Shuli and Lady Kmart. And he's coming in. And they're just like, oh, fucking hell,
Kind
man.
of taking the wind out of his sails.
Yeah, it definitely is. And at this point, John can't even handle the distractions anymore.
I'm gonna rip that phone out of the wall, Mom.
You're driving me to drink.
A delivery should show up now.
All right. I'm gonna rip that phone right out of the wall.
I enhanced the audio here.
And smack you over the head with it like the fucking Don Rickles scene in Casino. He's going to beat her with the telephone. Told you not to
Can't have
plug
these
it.
distractions. It's irritating.
They should turn the camera and see a bank of phones like on a telethon.
They're so desperate.
We're trying to raise money, John.
Trollathon 2023.
Trollathon.
Call in. Get your messages in for Stuttering John. The phone lines are
Oh,
open.
that would be
Please
fantastic.
give generously to our beloved cheddar.
The Trollathon.
The Trollathon.
The calls are coming in. Let's go to the tote board.
So
You give $10, we'll send you a tote bag. A Stuttering John tote bag.
Full of cat shit and empty Coors can.
Actually, I need the cans.
I gotta get the deposit back.
this might be one of my favorite clips of John the entire year. He's done a lot of great clips this
Wow.
year. This is John's big return show to rub it in all of our faces.
Close it.
He just locks her in the room.
She just needs to get her meds out of the cabinet. Fuck.
This is some show,
She's
John.
stuffed in a rocking chair in the attic.
With all the phones.
Oh my God! This is hilarious. Like, he doesn't understand how funny this is.
I thought the DC trip was gold. This is awesome.
It's up there.
I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 rings before, and that was funny as it is. We're going on ring number 8 here.
Yeah, no. This
And he's
continues.
not even here. It's just a chair
Yeah.
and ringing.
I've never laughed
that's
harder
his
at a picture.
return.
The chair's doing good, though.
Yeah.
Never.
The chair's doing great.
Barack Obama's killing it.
How's my show? Is it bigger than a bread box?
Oh my God.
He's got fucking, his mom's house is like the 1800s. That's fantastic.
That is the cleanest toaster oven I've ever seen.
Yeah, she probably has to do it every day.
All right, so John's getting pissed now.
Fucking hell.
He's sweating.
Sweaty.
Keep
I
calling.
unplugged 5
Keep
phones.
fucking
They're all
calling.
over the house.
Pick up, like, you know what? Just yes, end this shit. Pick it up. Have
Yes.
fun. I don't know. This is fucking.
You got to remember
retarded,
though,
but
Missy, he
it's great.
tried that, and then the person hung up and it started chirping at him, so he doesn't know what to do now. He's all out of
Well,
options.
that could have been Joyce. We still don't know.
We still don't
He
know.
needs to interact with them.
John, get out. The call is coming from inside the house.
Well, the funny, he used to talk for years about like getting a special phone system to have callers
Yes,
into his show.
right.
Just fucking pop that sucker out on speakerphone, like you're on the Stuttering John podcast.
Yeah.
What do you
Have
want,
fun with
troller?"
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interact with them a little bit. But instead, every time he's getting up and going to talk to his mom and going upstairs and closing doors, he's getting winded. He's getting sweaty. As you can tell, it's the guy who wants to fight everyone. He's so out of shape. And now he's
I'm not saying anything, but that's kind of how I felt
Well,
in the summertime.
yeah.
Maybe Stutjo should
Get the old
a little
ticker checked on,
intervention.
huh? Yeah.
Yeah, sweating and getting huffing and puffing.
I don't think it's
Doc, do
even
I
the
need a tune-up?
movement. I think it's just his brain's working at full capacity
maybe that's
here,
what
and
it
that's
is.
tiring him out.
Yeah.
How do I solve this problem?
How do I
Smoke
turn
coming
down?
out of his
If
ears.
5 telephones ring and you shut off 3, how many telephones are still ringing?
John, you answered the phone.
Too many.
You answered the phone for years.
too
Use your
many.
brain.
That's right. He's the phone screener.
Oh my
He should be in his
God, that's
element
so
right now.
Yeah.
Start show.
Yeah.
Start show. Can you hold?
He could be flexing.
Own your skills.
Oh shit!
Out of all the stuttering John flexes he could do and has done, like this is the one that he could least dive into and lean into. He doesn't know how to lean into anything except
No.
a can to his face.
Yeah, a little spontaneity, a little like working with whatever situation you're handed. But no, he can't answer the phone and put him on or resolve this. He's
When adversity
busted.
rises, I sit down.
All
And
right.
wipe my forehead off.
So I love the facial expression here because he is so frustrated with what's happening.
He looks like, in the still you had there for a second, he looks like Cameron Poe just off the bus in Con Air. He, like, looks into the breeze.
Oh,
That face right there.
Ugh, his tongue.
That is disgusting. That looks like a Muppet.
Okay.
There was some beer on my
oh
lip.
my God!
So guys,
Please help children with the cleft palate.
it's Joaquin Phoenix all of a sudden. None of that happened.
If you call now,
A porcelain veneer is good for you. I've lost all of my teeth due to drinking. That's why I look like this kind of meat.
It's like Barry Ribs.
But now I have chiclet teeth, and they look much nicer.
All right, guys, please let's all listen to this next clip because this is where we find out who John really is. This is not his mom's fault, okay? None of this is his mom's fault. This is all John's own doing that this is happening.
Mom, could you unplug that phone too? I don't know. You got 20 fucking phones in here.
Don't curse at your mom, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it's up there though.
Up here?
Yep.
Oh, poor woman.
I think it's Joyce.
Yeah, I figured as much. Unplug it.
Oh my God. So now he's just yelling orders to his wife, 20 fucking phones in here, as if it's like she lives a very peaceful life, I'm sure. She's not usually bothered by this. She's having a phone
I
in each
just made
room.
$2. If I could, your phones are ringing. This is a very important podcast. I'm going to make $18 or maybe even $23.
Yeah, his mom comes down and goes,
I'm sure she'd know how to unplug his life support system. She'd get that the first shot.
I think what's so fucked up is he knows he's live doing this, and he has no shame talking like this to his mom live. Like, and does he think people like, oh, you remember when you were younger and it was cool to talk back to your, like, to show off to your friends or something?
Right.
He's still in that mindset, as we know, but it's just like, that's so, as he's just a despicable human being.
That's a great call.
We'd all love to see we'd all love to see a wooden spoon come into frame and smack him over the head.
Fucking rolling pin.
Some of that old school mom discipline.
Well,
Right.
he looks like
14 hours in labor with you, and you gotta talk to me like that on your podcast.
he looks like Throw Mama from the Train. If she was just coming to frame right now.
And she sounds like it. So
Oh my God, what a nightmare.
But no, Missy B, that's a great point. And that's the thing that what I was saying earlier, I love to see the real world of John. I don't like to see his performative thing he's doing now on the internet where he's playing this character and he's overdoing it. But this is the real John. He gets frustrated. He takes it all out on everyone else. Never once does he self-reflect. You know, he could say, guys, I'm going to pause the show. I'll be back in 10 minutes. Let me just get this figured out. Like, there's so many things he can do. He can't handle it.
Just turn off his camera, go unplug all the phones, come back, do his fucking show. But he just causes chaos. Like he's like a magic 8-ball that only has bad ideas. You know?
A tragic 8-ball.
Tragic 8-ball.
To go to the Capitol. What if I just keep shouting at my mom? She clearly hasn't figured out where the fucking phones are.
I got a crazy theory.
Okay.
Maybe this is performative. There's no mother. He's going off camera. It's like a Norman Bates thing.
He's a Norman Bates ventriloquisming it. Yeah.
Well, you know, the Social Security checks keep coming, so he's got to keep up this facade. Could you imagine?
He is one of those people that would do that.
Dude, if that's the way this saga ends, holy shit. I'm now rooting for it, which makes me a bad person.
If it was a split personality, you think the mom would take over and clean his fucking apartment.
Good point.
That's a good point. All right.
Wouldn't you have to have a personality before it can split?
So now this is John blaming everyone but himself, of course.
And I don't care. Look, it's a funny beginning. Whoever's calling, fuck it. It's funny.
Yep.
It is funny, but it's my poor old mother there who's running around trying to unplug phones.
Because you told her to.
So you happy?
Cursing at her.
Are you happy you
demanded
got
it.
an 80-year-old something running around
yelling
trying to
at her.
unplug phones?
Isn't it funny? You just saw that transition so quickly where at first he's like, all right, I get it. I'm the butt of the joke. And then it immediately, because he's a narcissist, it kicks into, but I'm the victim and you're victimizing my mom.
How can I spin this?
I got to watch that
But
again.
he also pivoted from cursing at his mom to now saying, my poor mother.
Yeah,
It's like,
I know. It's like, you're the one
Yeah.
Poor
who's
mom because of you.
terrorizing her. She just wants to talk to Joyce.
And I
Joyce
don't
and all
care.
this.
Look, it's a funny beginning. Whoever's calling, fuck it. It's funny. It is funny, but it's my poor old mother there who's running around trying to unplug phones. So you happy? Are you happy you got an 80-year-old something running around trying to unplug phones?
Kind of.
Something. You mean woman.
Yeah,
That's what we're
whoever
all
it
saying
is
to
happy.
you.
When it comes to unplugging phones, try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Like, what part is you getting tripped up on?
Well, you have to like push that little tab down and then
Yeah,
pull
right.
at the same time. And when you're 80 and you have rheumatoid arthritis, that's a difficult motion to try and be making over and over and over again.
Yeah, I do remember John had to plug in an Ethernet cord into his modem, and he got back, and he was all winded, and we were making fun of him. He's like, yeah, but it's under my bed. I had to lift my bed. Like, it's not a complicated procedure no matter what's going on. Was there an obstacle course to unplug a fucking phone just to solve a riddle first?
Yeah, he had to move 300,000 boxes to get to the point where he'd get under the bed.
Yeah.
John can't turn off the phones because he's used to the phone company doing it for him.
The lights just turn off eventually. It's fine.
Everything shuts off after a while.
When the lights turn off, that's when you make the pay. That's how you know the pay.
Hilarious.
You happy?
Yeah.
To make you feel better inside?
Right now,
all
yeah.
that Christmas. Are you feeling all Christmassy inside?
You know, I am now.
Or did you got my 80-something-year-old mother running around
No, you do.
unplugging phones, dickhead?
That's going to stop him.
Oh, damn.
Classic damp, stuttering John. Always damp. He's always damp. He's fucking gross, man.
Can I just say, because I've seen this a couple times now recently, when you do this, you wipe your nose. Don't use that surface on anything else on your face. That tissue is done.
Yes, it's the last thing you do with that tissue.
Is there like an asbestos team to handle that? Double bag it, spray it down. Like every tissue he has to be handled like toxic waste.
It's like the end of E.T.
It's like an onspot thing. They bolt down a steel dome and then detonate it inside.
Pressurize the room.
All right, so now his super chat is now going to explain to him. We're 20 minutes in at this point with people just calling him over and over again. You're going to explain to him how he could have.
What an intro!
Yeah,
fantastic.
Call your cell and leave it on. Don't hang up. Oh, call from my cell. That's kind of true. Yeah, I could have done that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what?
I don't know. I don't realize she had 800 phones in his house. El Diablo, thanks for the $5. Are you too stupid to figure out how to stop the calls? No.
Yeah.
No, we unplug one of them, and then I take and I leave it on, but then it keeps going all over the fucking place.
So
I'm
you're stupid.
Alexander Graham Dumbbell.
He goes, "Are you too stupid to figure this out?" He goes, "No, I tried a thing and it didn't work." That's the definition.
I was just wrong at it.
That's the definition of being too stupid to figure it out.
Fuck.
Well, no, I'm not stupid. I'm stupider.
He's so stupid.
Our boy Purple down in Florida said he's a member for 2 months. Thank you. He says, "I wonder if John chugged all 96 Coors Light I sent him before he left Florida." Skull.
Lord.
Yeah, Purple was sending cases and cases of beer to John's house. He doesn't drink Heineken. You got to send him Heineken.
Oh, those poor Uber drivers.
No, he's as a drunk. Like once he runs out of his primary poison, he'll drink anything.
Yeah.
No, has anyone done that? 96 beers to 96 tears. Isn't that a song?
We have not heard that one.
Has anyone done that one with John?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That would be a good one. Drinking 96 beers.
All right. So I'm going to get off the phone
99 cans of Coors in my bed. 99 cans of Coors.
If one of them happens to still be full, 98 cans of Coors in my bed.
Cans of Coors in my bed.
I'll get winded picking it up from the floor.
Oh, this is one of those heavy ones. All right. So now this is John's big reveal explaining why he left the Dabbleverse and why we're all so stupid.
But I'll tell you something. I was traveling yesterday. Yes. Going to see my dear mom. So I could not do a show. Mom. So I figured, let me get this shit where you're freaking out, thinking I'm gone.
Oh, God. Look at that face.
It's so funny because you guys heard what we said immediately when he left. We're like, well, it's a convenient time for him to leave. He's going back home. We knew all of this was going on. And he's acting like, I got over on these guys, these idiots.
Every freeze frame with him, you want to throw a fish in his mouth and pat him on the head.
This is like one of those corporate April Fool's pranks where they like post some YouTube video about how they're like, McDonald's, we're not serving burgers anymore. Aren't we so clever? Whoa, April Fools.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, we saw through it. We know. So now
he got us.
He's talking about Alex Stein. Alex Stein sent him a text, but that's not good enough for John, as you'll hear him describe.
I got Alex Stein. Alex Stein. Look, you're a good dude. I'm not trashing you here. But I text you 10 times. You don't respond. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, you text me. And you go, John, it's good that you leave. And I saw your tweet. How about you text me back after I text you? People are odd.
No, you're odd. John just said he texted him 10 times without getting a response. Yeah. And I had this in my notes before I knew Anthony was going to be on here. If I text someone once and don't get a response, I'm done. I get it.
Yeah, you're done.
It's like I
the
get
text doesn't go away.
Right.
Yeah.
It actually
still there.
The more times you text, the less likely someone wants to respond to you at that point. It starts to seem desperate and weird. And I've met a lot of people at different varying levels of fame since I've been doing Who Are These Podcasts, a lot of people I text with, and there's just like a certain etiquette to it. Especially with people like Alex Stein, who I text with all the time. He's very busy. He's got a lot of shit going on. And he probably doesn't need the nonsense in his stuttering John's fucking world. Oh, else you want to come on my show and you can just do my show while I just sit there and read super chats and drink? No, I have my own show.
He's not just in bed waiting, staring at his phone. Come on.
God, I hope he texts me. This is great advice for you guys out there texting girls. One and done.
One and done.
Text and then leave them alone.
Desperate and stupid pretty much sums it up if you're going to be...
here's the deal.
Yeah,
you
like
text
John.
one time before you start drinking. You don't hear back, get really drunk, and then start texting away.
Yeah, Zumach style.
You don't even know.
That's Chad Zumach style.
You want to mix in some threats in there. You want to make sure she knows.
Do some hard drugs, too.
Waver between like very, very aggressive and then like weeping apologies.
I'm sorry about that last text.
Threaten unaliving yourself. These are the things that girls respond to.
You know how many tweets they delete? Like Chad and John, they delete tweets afterwards because they made them when they were drunk. Imagine, like, you can't delete the text, but imagine how many texts they send people that they wish they could delete the next day. So it's got to be a nightmare getting a text from
That's a good
John.
point, Anthony. I didn't even think about that. I don't delete tweets because I don't tweet things that I'm like, oh shit, I should have tweeted that. I think about it before I hit send.
Yep.
And the fact that guys like Chad and John delete shit all the time, what are they sending in emails, in text messages?
Yep.
Yeah.
That they can't take back.
What haven't we seen?
I can only imagine. All right, I have one more clip from the show, and this is more of John's fantasies. This is what John wanted to have happen. Again, it's a teenage girl who's claiming she's going to unalive herself, and then you'll see, and then you'll be sorry. But this is pathetic.
But I hope you're entertained. I don't care as long as it's entertaining. I don't really give a shit. Okay.
You do.
So I was just hoping lady came on in the shit way. We're like, oh no, John's gone. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, John, he's putting food on the table for us. He's the only guy that's actually done something. We haven't done anything. and now we get, oh my God, is he gone? Has he left us? Has he left the Dabbleverse? Let's call John's mom. Let's inject ourselves into John's life.
She was calling your mom.
John, we gotta be.
Can John come out and play?
Close to John.
Well, they're not calling John because he retired for 12 hours. They're calling because he started a show, and they're like, "This will be funny," and it is. It's very funny.
You gotta love.
What's his mom thinking? Like listening to him babbling like this. I mean, she's 80 years old, so I'm sure she doesn't really know what.
It's like one of those countdowns before you like go on vacation.
She's like,
I'm sure she doesn't actually know what a good podcast would be or a bad one. I don't know. Maybe she does, but she's got to be listening to this going, my son's a fucking idiot.
He's a loser.
This is your political show?
Yeah.
Well, I love the fact that John's not only fantasizing that Shuli and I are going to miss him and be all upset that he's gone, but then we also, in that fantasy we just heard, we also go, John was right all along. He's the star. He's the celebrity. We've got nothing. We can't even get through life without John being around. Damn it, Shuli. We overplayed our hand on this one. John got us good.
Well, he zigs and zags back and forth from I'm a victim to, well, as long as it's entertaining. Really, it's still entertaining as your mother's being harassed?
I know.
That's fine.
He's pretending.
I'll slug her for a super chat. Like,
and this again is like Rupert Pupkin and King of Comedy when he was on the Jerry Langford show and Jerry brought his high school principal in.
Yes.
And he goes, Rupert, we just want to say you were right and we were wrong.
Yes.
That whole fantasy aspect of everybody finally realizing that John is the pinnacle. John is the star of everything. And, you know, we're all just players.
And Anthony, we're not even like looking into this. He's saying it out loud. He's saying,
yes, he's
what do you
actually
hope
saying, we're not speculating that he might be fantasizing about this. He is on a show.
Yes, he's literally saying, I hope that Carl and Shuli are sad that I'm gone. And we're not. We don't care.
Yeah, and with the analogy of the runaway teen, The teen actually runs away for a while.
Yeah, right. You got to make them worried for a second. The parents have to be worried for a minute. You can't come home at 7 p.m. and be like, did you miss me? Like, oh, were you at your friends?
Yeah.
There's actually a Rugrats episode. There's a Rugrats episode where Angelica runs away and the father goes to where she ran away. I guess it was like Tommy's house. Yeah. And he didn't know she was missing, but she just started crying and running in. And he's like, what are you doing here? I didn't know you were even gone. Like, that's literally what this
That's
is.
John. Yeah. If it's the teenage runaway situation, they wouldn't have even called the cops yet. Like, I'm sure, she's out, she'll be back. He thought people after a day, 2 days, even 3 days were going to be completely distraught that he wasn't doing a show.
He had to have been on the flight up from Florida, just like laughing to himself, like, "Oh, I really got those losers. They're gonna be shitting their pants." And he's like, "Stewardess, I need to go change pants."
I hope the plane doesn't crash. Then I wouldn't get the opportunity to let him know that they fucked up.
All right, so there is this Dabbler shit Christmas that who put this together? Cardiff and Tukey. It was on their show, right?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But before we started the show today, producer Chris was like, have you seen this? I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I wanted to promote it because apparently it's pretty good. We'll start it here, and if you guys have any more information on this, you can let me know.
Welcome to Storytime with Stuttering John. As you can tell, I'm very much in the holiday spirit, and so very ready to read one of my favorite holiday books, When the Dabbler Shit Christmas by Dr. Steve. Every Pooh down in Pooville loved Christmas, but the Dabbler who lived on top of Pooville did not. The Dabbler hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Nobody likes him, and it's for good reason. It could be his looks, such a horrible sight. It could be his smell and refusal to wipe. But I think the most likely reason of all, when he uses the bathroom, he shits on the wall. But whatever the reason, if he could, he would sue. Another lonely Christmas Eve, hating the Poohs, drinking down a can of Coors, and then drooling on the ground, thinking how to shit on all the people in town.
All right. Well, so definitely go check that out. Yeah. That is When the Dabbler Shit Christmas, narrated by Stuttering John on the Dabbler's channel. And if you're just listening to this, there's some great, it looks like it's probably AI art, but there's some great Stuttering John as the Grinch art to go along with this.
Who are these podcasts? WA